Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. Oh, this is where this is. You know how I love my eyeliner? I lost the cap and this dries out if I don't close it. I have my foundation on. I skip the under eye area per the usual. I do that because we're going to go in with concealer, and the less product in the eye area, the better in general. I put my eye cream on maybe about 30 minutes ago, so we're ready to go. Givenchy just released some more makeup. I like Givenchy as a brand. I think they do makeup well, and their setting powder is my favorite. Ooh, look at this. This is pretty. I'm in the shade W245. It looks kind of light in the bottle, but the bottle could be tricky. Oh, that's a good shade. I get a warm undertone because that warmth, that yellow, is going to also help color correct this darkness. This does feel hydrating and very lightweight. You see that pigment there? And this is that I let that swatch kind of dry down a little bit and I still feel the hydration in the concealer. That's always a good sign. I have dry under eyes. I do have oily skin, but my under eyes tend to be a little more on the drier side. I always moisturize and I look for more of a hydrating concealer than a super matte drying concealer. I'm gonna apply it with my Sephora 71 brush. You know I love this thing. So what I'm gonna do is add a little here and here. This is a good color. And because it's lightweight and hydrating, let's let this dry down so it can thicken up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get my clean brush. We're gonna start just tapping away. Again, I let this dry down. Oh, wow, this is blending nicely. It doesn't say anything about not creasing. The main topics of this concealer is more like long wearing and hydrating. The reason I like to show you how it looks on the lid is because the lid, for some reason, you can really see hydration versus like the under eye. You can't see it as visually, but here on the lid, you see that hydration. And look at this before and after. Oh, wow. It's creasing, but hydrating concealers, because they're not super thick, they will get into your creases, they will get into your lines. As long as we set it properly, we're good to go. But this coverage, damn, this is kind of light though, but it's okay. A lot of times when concealers are too light, they're too light where it makes your darkness look gray. In my case, it's not looking gray, so that's a good color. So what I'm gonna do is apply this side, apply it with my spongy sponge, and then we'll be back and talk about it some more. The new Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin-Caring 24-hour Hydrating Radiant Correcting Creamy Concealer retails for $37. I am in the shade 245W. It comes in 24 shades. This is a revolutionary hydrating 24-hour wear concealer formulated with 95% natural origin ingredients that conceals, corrects, and cares for skin. The coverage is medium. The highlighted ingredients is plant-based glycerin that offers up to 24-hour hydration and maintains skin moisture barrier. Capucine extract that adds radiance and enhances natural glow of complexion. Cornflower complex that decongests and soothes the skin. I purchased mine at Sephora. This coverage is really good. It's creasing like no other. We're gonna get rid of that. For sure, we have more coverage with the brush. The brush will always give us a fuller coverage. So let's kind of even it out because it's like really uneven. Letting this dry down really helps. It becomes a tad bit thicker, not too much. It's really helpful when it comes to coverage. My powder, we're going to set with Laura Mercier. I'm gonna set both sides with my powder puff because the powder puff is just bomb. So I'm gonna grab some powder, even it out. I need to get my foundation brush and create more of a gradient here. I'm just gonna blend out my foundation. There we go. I'm gonna look up, press, but then look back down because you don't wanna set in creases. Blend out the lid and set down. I'm gonna use my brush just to kind of blend that out, but I'm gonna also get the sponge. Powder, do the same thing. I'm pressing this powder in. This way it locks in that concealer. Let me show you how the under eyes look. To get rid of powder, what I typically do is get my sponge. It's damp, right? So I'm just gonna tap the powder in. We make sure that powder stays in, like that. And then you see how it's kind of just blended away. Here are the lids, looking good. You can't really see texture. I like this side better. The brush just, I feel like it's a better application, a better blend, a little more coverage. Here, I feel like the coverage kind of went away, and that we know because of the sponge. So it's currently 9 a.m. I'm gonna finish up my face and then we'll be back to just talk about it. Honestly, fam, I wasn't feeling my makeup today until I combed my hair and everything just like came together. Sometimes that's what you need. Like, you know, sometimes it's just that process. And the concealer, this concealer is looking really good. I don't think this Laura Mercier powder is just working well with this concealer. It doesn't look bad. This is the brush, this is the sponge, but I don't know, something about it that I'm not 100% convinced. It's not the concealer's fault because you can see everything looks good. I just think that powder and the concealer are just not meshing well together. Do 2-day reviews, so we try different products out. Oh, and by the way, you guys, my lip combo, I tried like a new little concoction and I'm kind of feeling it. Over with my Buxom. And then I went over with this lipstick, 289 French Peluche. I don't know the name. It looks like this. It's kind of different, right? So with the brown and this, like a cute little number, you know? A whole new lip combo I haven't tried. So today we're trying out new lips. I'm actually gonna go to the car because I'm about to leave and daylight footage, it really shows you how good a concealer is. I don't know why it does that with concealer. It's not really with foundation, but sometimes. Anyway, okay, bye. Oh my gosh, there's no sun out right now. This is how the concealer looks. This is the side with the brush. A little bit of grayness is coming through. And this is the side with the sponge. Concealer looks good. It doesn't have as much coverage as I would want it to. Now that I'm looking at it right now, you know? But let's just see how it wears. Hello, fam. I'm back. Ooh, you guys, it is 9 o'clock. I did not realize how late it is. We've had the concealer on literally all day, but you know, I got some footage for you at around 2 or 3 o'clock. I was in another location today, but I was like right up on the sun. So you guys can see how the concealer was looking. Both sides was looking really, really good. I did find that this concealer just got better through time. Actually, my eye here was itching so badly. So I started scratching and then I'm like, wait, I'm doing a wear test. And I think some of my mascara smeared a little bit, not too much. So if you see that it's like smeared, it's my doing. This is the brush side. This is the sponge side. Ultimately, I kind of like the brush side better. There's no creasing, which is very surprising because it looks really, really smooth. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But of course, we're going to be here tomorrow trying it out differently, just so I give you another option. Definitely don't look gastada. Everything's looking really good. Like, bam, bam, gastada, ¿a dónde, you know? Except these hairs. But yeah, this is it. See you later. No, tomorrow. Hello, familia. I'm back. Day number 2. Ooh, I'm feeling my makeup today. I'm working on 3 looks with this palette. This palette's so much fun to work with. I love it. I didn't think it would be, you know. I did eyeshadow today because yesterday we didn't. What I'm going to do is color correct one eye, the left eye. Color correcting is going to get rid of this darkness that I have. Typically a yellow corrector correct about purples and blues, which is what I have. I'm going to concentrate the corrector right here where I get the darkest. That's where I have the most discoloration. And I'm going to let that dry down and then blend it out and spread it throughout the eye. I just waited maybe about a minute. I always like to put cream bronzer and blush before I put concealer on because concealer will also clean that up too. Because I have a small face, things tend to go all over the place quick. That color corrector, it can be used as a concealer if you want it to. Because look, it canceled out all that darkness here. And this is that I've been drinking my water and I've been going to sleep on time. Drinking water really, really helps. I tell you guys all the time, water is my jam. Okay, let's go in. This one, because it's so lightweight, I recommend you let this thing dry down. Yesterday, I legit let it dry down for like a minute. So that's what we're gonna do today. Like how movable this is. The wet formula, for sure. I liked the brush yesterday. It just looks so much better, you know? And then I like to blend from the bottom up. That way it gives the under eye area a little more time to dry down. You don't have to place concealer in these areas. I just like to because it highlights those areas. And if you're like, wait, it's not blending as well, always get your sponge and your sponge will always shear out a lot faster. You see like here, Done. The brush will always give you a much more fuller coverage. I really, really like the blendability of this concealer and the hydration. Oh, look at that. Let's turn off these lights so you can see. If I bend down, oh yeah, you can typically see darkness peeking through, but because we have that corrector, we don't see it. And let me look up so you can see. Oh, this looks good. Because this is such a lightweight concealer, color correcting works. If it was like a super full coverage concealer or the texture was thicker, sometimes when you color correct, it can look a little bit cakey. A lot of times those full coverage concealers, they're good to correct and conceal. So let's add this other eye with no color corrector. You guys, it's raining right now. Girl, this rain has been here for a long time. We're spoiled here in California. We don't ever get rain like this. Talking about rain, I feel like my under eyes with this concealer drank some water. Has major hydration here. Looking alive. Just gonna get the edges and then keep the actual product with the brush. You see just that hydration there? And I let it dry down. Yeah, we got good coverage today. It does crease. Beware about that. So we're going to use Dermablend's powder. This is my powder, my favorite powder. It's one setting powder I would like use for the rest of my life is Dermablend. So I'm going to get my powder puff. Setting powder has to set the under eyes well, not just the face. So I'm going to start setting. Look up and then kind of look down. You want to press that powder in so your creases are set as well. So I'm going to press this powder in. You guys, this brush right here, this BK113, it's the most versatile product. It gets into this under eye well. I blend out my bronzer with it, blush. You want to press powder in too so it stays where you place it. Here's corrector, here's non-corrector. Looks good, looks good. Let me look down. Powder like this, that's not too matte, it's not too heavy, it's very finely milled, will work very nicely because of the thin formula and the hydration. It's 850. Let me finish up the face and I'll be back. All right, familia, I'm back. Today, I feel like such a good makeup day. I'm wearing this foundation. I cream contour with the Niacinamide and Mario's bronzer, powder bronzer. Just feeling the makeup. This concealer looks good. I'm kind of feeling the color corrected side. I mean, you guys know I love color correcting. Color correcting is a game changer. When I find like a good concealer and it's hydrating and it works, I'm kind of like, yes. I love it, you know? You can see the difference. No darkness peeking through or anything. Here you see a slight darkness. Oh my God, I have foundation. But it doesn't look bad. You still have good coverage. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. Definitely this setting powder works a lot better. I'm gonna go to my car right now because I'm gonna go have breakfast with my friend. Oh, and my lip is this one, Captivated and Total Baller. Okay fam, here we are. Oh, so this is the side with corrector. And this is the side with no corrector. Oh, look at this pimple. This grayness is just like making this gray really come out. Like it doesn't look like this in person, but I'll give you different lighting later on. It looks good. I like it. I feel like it looks similar to yesterday morning and then it gets better. But okay, corrector. No corrector. Oh, familia, I'm back. Oh, you guys, it's been all day. You know, I got some footage at around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. Concealer was looking really good. Here on the left side is the side with corrector. The other side, that's the side we're just using the concealer alone. I feel like the coverage, just like yesterday, was really good. Here we are now about 13 hours later. Look at this coverage. Here's corrector, no corrector. Damn, this looks good. Especially a 13-hour freaking day. Overall, consensus is I like this concealer. The only, I feel like, caveat on this concealer is that it's not a full coverage concealer. It doesn't deposit a lot of pigment, which is totally okay because concealers like this that are very lightweight and hydrating are very, very buildable. And as you can see, they work out well and they warm up very well throughout the day. This is like the perfect example of that type of concealer. This is a yes for me. Givenchy, for the most part, does good makeup. All the products I've tried, especially complexion wise, have been all really good. And I love how we're not creasing. We don't look gastada, like pigment hasn't gone away. Sometimes throughout the day, especially when it's been a long day. The darkness just starts peeking through because things just tend to fade away or kind of break apart. Did you get this one? Are you thinking of getting it? Do you like Givenchy? Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Know we're always chit-chatting, and thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.